Getting older is not easy. For women, menopause can be brutal. Hot flashes, weight gain, memory loss, and a fading interest in sex. Well, best-selling author and diet guru Suzanne Somers says that with a little help, getting older can mean you're just getting better. Her new book is called The Sexy Years. Suzanne Somers, you are not 57, a grandmother of 6. You are not. If this is menopause, I want some.
You will when you know what I have to say in this book. It's so incredible. Menopause hit me like this big fist. That was my 50th birthday, and my kids were all around. They gave me this great dinner, and my son, who I had when I was 17 years old, is giving me one of those toasts that every mother dreams their son will say, and he's standing there saying, "Ma, you are my life." And I'm thinking, yeah, great, can we go outside? I'm just so hot. So I call it the 7 dwarves of menopause. Itchy, bitchy, sleepy, sweaty, bloated, forgetful, and all dried up.
Yeah, who needs all that? So what you did was you went in search to find some solutions. How long did it take you?
It took me about a year, and during that year I never slept. I itched, I bitched, I sweat, I bloated, I did everything. It was just
a family
awful.
show.
Oh,
be careful
well,
with the B word. Anyway, but the point is that you know, really struggled. You went from doctor to doctor to doctor, and finally you found a doctor who told you what?
I found an endocrinologist who has chosen to specialize in bioidentical hormone replacement therapy.
Okay, now
biologically identical to human hormones. And what I found out is most of our doctors, and I love my doctors because I've had cancer and I'm not anti-pharmaceutical, but if I don't need to take a drug, I don't want to. So, and I looked at the synthetic hormones, which are not hormones. They are essentially symptom suppressors that take away some of the nasty effects of menopause, but do nothing to actually replace what you've lost in the aging process. So this doctor took my blood work, saw where my levels were, made a bioidentical cocktail just for me, exactly what my body makes, not a synthetic pharmaceutical drug. And within a very short period of time, I came to balance, and balance all those symptoms.
All those symptoms. You're saying every single one of them?
Every single one. And you know, the one that no woman ever talks about, I call it the big unmentionable, is that you lose your sex drive. And I'm sitting there thinking, the sex symbol has lost her sex drive.
Something is wrong with this picture.
But when
you come to sexy years,
well, when you get to balance, life is all about balance in every way. When you get to balance, everything comes back. So it's not that it's a book about sex, but it sure is nice at this age with the kids out and the big purchases are out of the way and you know what you're going to do for a living. You don't have all that angst, that I have the time and the inclination. Now my husband...
So your husband is constantly in trouble then. You're always looking for him.
Well, see, now my husband, who is 10 years older than I am, was looking at me, and I'm just full of energy, and you know, writing books and putting together my one-woman show, and I just got so creative since my brain came back. And he was falling asleep. After breakfast, I'd look at him, he'd leave the office and go, you know, and then late in the afternoon he'd leave the office and go, and then after dinner he'd go, and then he'd want to go to bed. And I said, you are fading in front of me. You're just wilting. So I sent him up to my doctor. She took his levels, saw that his testosterone was very low, his DHEA was very low, gave him a bioidentical patch, and he's 2 stairs at a time and creative. This is all the menopausal women are suffering.
Okay, but I've got to stop you and ask you a very serious question, because
this is all serious.
Because you're talking about what you say is not synthetic HRT, which is what women have been until now. A lot of them have stopped taking because of concerns. A lot of controversy about studies that have shown that there's a link between HRT and other disease, promotion of other diseases in women. You're talking about a more natural form that you would get over the counter, a prescription.
With a prescription, exactly what my body makes.
Okay, but Suzanne.
Yes.
This has not been highly researched.
Because.
Okay, but you are a breast cancer survivor. What makes you not worried that you're going to have... I know, you have so much energy, but what makes you not worried that this not researched, not highly researched arena is going to, you know, protect you from getting breast cancer again or some other disease?
First of all, I don't give advice. This is what I'm doing. If you like what I'm having, you might look into it. I'm saying that right there. But when I had cancer, when I was going through my cancer treatment, all my doctors said, you have to give up hormones. And I said, I can't. Because I have spent hundreds of hours studying this, and our doctors, unless they've chosen to specialize, have had 4 hours of instruction in the hormonal system if they showed up that day. So they really have, and medicine is changing all the time. From all the research I've done, all these doctors that I've interviewed in this book who are cutting edge and compassionate, not naturalists or herbalists, they are Western doctors, concur that it's an environment of balanced hormones that prevents disease. So to me, I'm fighting my breast cancer with my hormones in balance, and the synthetic hormones make hormonal imbalance, which is why all those diseases come.
Well, Suzanne Somers, I have to stop you now. Obviously, the book is to be read, and I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be interested in finding out what you found.
This is a great time of life if you get it together.